Let's take up questions based on these mechanisms, SN1 and SN2 mechanism. The first question is, in the following pairs of halogen compounds, which will undergo SN2 reaction faster? Here we have got a cyclohexene with CH2Cl and cyclohexene with Cl. This one is primary halide, therefore it will undergo SN2 reaction faster. This is secondary, Cl is attached to secondary carbon, so it will be less reactive. Here we have got both are primary, but this here iodo group is attached, here Cl group is attached, so iodine is better leaving group and Ci bond is weaker and easily breaks. Therefore, this iodo compound will react faster than chloro compound. Let's take up, these are the written explanation. It is primary halide and therefore undergoes SN2 reaction faster. Here, as iodine is better leaving group, because of its large size, it will be released at faster rate in presence of incoming nucleophile, and bond dissociation energy is also low due to longer bond length. Next, predict the order of reactivity of the following compounds in SN1 and SN2 reactions. First, we have 4 isomeric bromobutanes, and second, these compounds are given. Let's take our first one. Most reactive towards SN1 will be tertiary butyl bromide. Least reactive will be 1-bromobutane. Second will be isobutyl bromide. Third will be 2-bromobutane. And most reactive will be tertiary butyl bromide. Reason is a primary carbocation or normal butyl carbocation is least stable. Isobutyl carbocation is slightly more stable. Secondary butyl carbocation is more stable, and tertiary butyl carbocation is most stable. In case of SN2 mechanism, 1-bromobutane will be most reactive because it offers least steric hindrance. Isobutyl bromide will be less reactive than normal butyl bromide because there is some steric hindrance, and secondary butyl bromide will be also offer steric hindrance, so it is less reactive, and tertiary butyl bromide offers maximum steric hindrance, so it is least reactive. That is the explanation for the reaction. Therefore, CH3 twice CH2Br is more reactive than CH3CH2CH2Br in SN1 reaction. 2-bromobutane is secondary bromide and tertiary bromide will be most reactive, which we have already explained. But reactivity in SN2 follows the reverse order because steric hindrance around the electrophilic carbon increases in that order. Now we take this one. Here we have one carbon attached to methyl group, phenyl group, and another phenyl group. This will be most reactive towards SN1 mechanism because the carbocation which is formed is stabilized by inductive effect of methyl group and 6 resonating structure due to 2 phenyl groups. This compound, we have 2 phenyl group, but methyl group is missing. Therefore, 6 resonating structure will be possible, but inductive effect is not there. Here we have got resonating structure due to 3 resonating structure due to phenyl group and inductive effect due to methyl group. So this comes at third position. Here we have got phenyl benzyl bromide, which will be least reactive because it will have benzyl carbocation which is stabilized by resonance only. There is no inductive effect. So this is the order of SN1 reactivity. In SN2 it will be opposite because tertiary will be least reactive because of maximum steric hindrance. Here 2 phenyl group offer steric hindrance. Here 1 phenyl group and methyl group offer less steric hindrance. There is least steric hindrance, therefore it is most reactive towards SN2 mechanism. So out of the 2 secondary bromide, the carbocation intermediate formed from this one, where 2 phenyl groups are attached, is more stable because of resonance stabilization as compared to this, where is stabilization by resonance as well as inductive effect. Therefore, the former bromide is more reactive than the later in SN1 reactions. A phenyl group is bulkier than the methyl group. Therefore, this will be less reactive as compared to this one towards SN2 reaction. Next, we want to identify chiral and achiral molecules in each of the following pair of compounds. Wedges dash representation according to the class 11th rules are same. Here we want to know whether this one is chiral or this one is chiral. So obviously this one is chiral because it has 4 different groups. Here we have got 2 groups same, so it cannot be chiral. Here we have got a carbon atom which is attached to 4 different groups: methyl group, OH, hydrogen and propyl group. So this is chiral. The other one is not chiral because here 2 ethyl groups are present. This side is ethyl group and another ethyl group is present this side. Here 2-bromobutane is chiral. This carbon atom is attached to 4 different groups. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here this carbon is not chiral because it is not having any carbon which is attached to 4 different groups. This is the written explanation from the first. This is chiral carbon atom. All the groups are different. This is also chiral molecule because this is the chiral carbon atom. Here we have this one chiral carbon atom due to which it shows optical isomerism. All these 3 compounds show optical activity as well as optical isomerism. They will form non-superimposable mirror images, that is enantiomers. Next we are taking elimination reaction. In elimination reaction, what happens? A nucleophile will abstract proton H positive ion from the beta carbon. Beta carbon is the carbon which is attached to halogen is called alpha carbon and the next carbon is called beta carbon. So HN from beta carbon is removed. So the pair of electron is resulting in the formation of double bond and there will be simultaneous expulsion of halide ion. So it results in the formation of alkene. So this is the simple mechanism how elimination reaction takes place. Let's take up specific example. 2-bromopentane can undergo elimination reaction in 2 ways. One is this Br and here H will go and we'll get pent-2-ene. This product formed is 81% because this pent-2-ene is more stable because there are more alkyl groups. Another possibility is this is also beta carbon, so H from here, Br from here result in the formation of pent-1-ene which will be 19%, reason being that one pentene is less stable. So greater the number of alkyl group, more will be stability of alkenes. Elimination versus substitution is an important topic. Here we have this compound as secondary halide. Methyl group is present, here methyl group is present, here CH and here it is Br. Here we have got tertiary butoxic group which will be able to carry out elimination. Whereas here we have got same alkyl halide which is secondary, ethoxide ion is the nucleophile, it will carry out substitution. So this is stronger the nucleophile, elimination will be carried out. Comparatively weaker nucleophile will carry out elimination reactions of alkyl halide. Let's take up in simple way. C2H5Br when reacts with alcoholic KOH, ethylene is formed plus KBr plus water. Here substitution will also can take place. Alcoholic KOH when we are using, so this will be potassium ethoxide, KBr will be removed plus water will be removed, so diethyl ether will be formed. So ethene will be formed to lesser extent because primary halides do not undergo substitution elimination reaction readily, but they do undergo substitution reaction easily. Therefore, ether will be formed to more extent, ethylene will be formed to less extent. So this is the competition between elimination and substitution. So in this case, substitution dominates over elimination.